Ali looking at Amazon. Yeah, Amazon is a beautiful setup. Really, really nice move in Amazon. Broke above an algo line. Yeah, this is Amazon is nice. Very, very nice. Wait for it to come back toward uh, either the 8 exponential or the fifth or the VWAP on the 5-minute chart though. I wouldn't chase it right here. Here's the SPY coming back down again. Big shock. Okay, gonna grab something to eat.
So it's not like we're lacking cold air. What we're lacking, though, is the moisture up toward the I-20 corridor. So the moisture is with our storm that is taking that southern traffic.
It's an inch or two, but the heaviest snow, and this is the weird part about it, is even south of Macon, Georgia, right into the coastal sections of Florida and the Carolinas as well.
Yeah, we're setting up right south of those areas, and we do have to watch out late tonight because vast majority of this has been coming down as pure snow.
Right.
But tonight we have to watch this zone: southeastern Georgia, northern portions of Florida, eastern Tallahassee, over towards Jacksonville, where ice is a bit of a concern.
It's a big concern because ice is rain actually falling from the clouds, but then freezing on contact, making everything extremely dangerous to be on. And it could accumulate or build up a very significant amount, enough to cause power outages.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're kind of in that range of a damaging situation with a quarter of an inch to half an inch or so. Tree damage, power outage here because that ice lays down on the power lines and then they can snap in. Of course, snap tree branches, which tend to snap power lines as well. So be prepared for power outages, and when those power outages do occur or ensue, if you have a generator, know how to operate them properly here. Don't plug into walls. Make sure you're operating outdoors and not inside. We've seen too many people lose their life because they didn't operate those generators properly. All right, let's work our way into New Orleans. That is one of those spots that is certainly taking it on the chin. Charles Peak, our storm tracker Charles Peak, has been roaming around out there. Charles, as you've been roaming around, one thing I've noticed, right, is, typically if you're going to get any kind of snow in this part of the country, which is again a rarity, but if you're going to get it, it would be the very gloppy, cementy type snow. But this stuff looks very, very powdery because it's been so cold.
Absolutely, Alex. It's not, as much as they would want it, your perfect snowball and snowman type weather and snow. At times I'm just speechless. It's like, okay, what else do you show? It's just this, from a weather perspective, it's just so incredible to see blizzard conditions, blizzard-like conditions. It takes over 3 hours to know if it verifies a blizzard, but along right here, you can just see these are, those trees that, I'll show you out there, you can barely see them, and that's about 100 yards in front of me, Alex. That's the kind of visibility you have. You can see the blowing snow across the roadway, and it's just, you just don't expect to see it here.
You really don't. And Charles, we appreciate all your images there. We'll certainly be checking back with you there in Louisiana, New Orleans to be exact, where the snow continues to come down. As you can see, whipping in with some of that wind. Wind right now 18, but gusting up over 30. And you can kind of pick out almost like snow drifts here in New Orleans.
It's too cold to make a snowman to the snow.
Not happening.
It's a dry, powdery snow with blizzard conditions in Louisiana ongoing. Amazing.
Okay, I'll only be gone a couple days early. Yay. I put all the important contact info.
I'm just having lunch here, watching the market, and see what the SPY is doing. It's been pretty dead all day. We did make one little SPY super system trade here, and we was able to get some profits out of it. But right now I'm just watching, and I'm just gonna eat lunch and see what goes on. Again, I took some profits in SMMT. That was a nice one that Ari pointed out this morning. It got above the support level, the 2133, the resistance level, and I rode it from there up into about 20. I took it off at 2191. So not a bad trade, about 50 cents or something like that, which is, for a quick day trade, that's fine. It still looks pretty good, but again, I'm not going to chase it overnight, because it's moved up too much today. And again, the coin, which we have a debit spread on, gets clobbered this morning, dropped down get down to about 276, back up to 294 now. So very volatile. We just kind of watch it and see what it does. Right, just gonna get some lunch. SPY moving back up again here now, back up to 602. Nice little move here off the SPY, right off the 15 EMA right there. Again, I was having lunch, I wasn't taking it, but nice little move in it. Q's doing pretty much the same thing. Joseph took new trades in Amazon and Walmart. Bullish. Yeah, Amazon's a nice one. Amazon really nice setup. Walmart. I haven't looked at Walmart this morning. Yeah, it's breaking out as well. A little bit choppier than Amazon, but it is trying to break out. That's a nice PBO, a nice pullback opportunity on that. And you took profits in MXL today. Yeah, very nice one. Moved right up to resistance. That was a good little move in MXL. Also Google and DEC. Google, yep, again went to resistance and DEC. Also bounced above it, gapped up above an algo line today. DEC's set up pretty nicely here actually. It does have earnings on 130, but it's a decent setup with DEC. Thanks, Joseph. Appreciate it. Isaac, would I wait on BKR for confirmation upwards or buy it in this pullback? On BKR? Baker Hughes. Now, that's a pretty good pullback this morning. It's just get down to pretty close to the 8 and then bounced. I don't know. It's not my favorite setup, but it I mean, it's a nice bullish setup. It has earnings on the 30th, which is only 9 days away. So that would be my concern. And of course, it's the energy sector, which by the way which we know is extremely sensitive to news. So I probably wouldn't trade it. But I see what you're looking at here. I mean, I see what you're looking at. I see this pullback. It's moved up nicely, but earnings in 9 days, and it's oil stock. So you get a lot of this choppiness. You get a lot of these pullbacks. Then moves up. How far is this going to continue from here? It's a good question. It's not my favorite pattern, just because I'm not a big fan of trading energy stocks. Not for swings. Day trades are okay, but not for swings. That's just my opinion.
Wild to see the scenes, and here's what it looks like live in and around New Orleans. Storm Tracker Charles Peak driving around, gingerly driving around, right, trying to navigate here some of the snow-covered streets in and around the city, and a spot that we've seen the snow coming down at an intense clip here as of late.
Yeah, the visibility is really low. That it may be hard to tell because there are a lot of trees around. So if there's any wind, that's going to stop the wind, and the trees will serve as a barrier. You kind of don't really get the full sense of how low the visibility really is. Once you get out in the open, it in some cases is cut to 1/8 of a mile in and around New Orleans.
That's amazing, right? So, yeah, this is definitely a time to just stay put, stay off these roads. It's just not worth it trying to get out there. How about Mississippi? Ocean Springs, and that's a pier. And the pier, of course, juts out into the water. snow on the beach.
And it's coming to every other beach location in Mississippi and every other beach location in Alabama, if it hasn't started already, and every other beach location along the 30A region of the Panhandle of Florida. Seagrove, Destin, Pensacola, Panama City.
Oh my God, it's amazing, right? How many people have gotten a chance to walk out on snow on sand?
I don't know. I'm not one of them.
I'm not either. But there are going to be a few more people getting a chance to do that here over the next 24 hours. Yeah, we've seen this snow really add up. I mean, these are some big totals here. Certainly for these spots, but almost any location, you get 10.5 inches of snow, that's going to cause some issues.
Yeah, we knew Southeast Texas was going to get a couple of inches, and they did, but by far and away the vast majority of this snowstorm is unloading its snow in Louisiana and areas farther to the east. As you mentioned, you had 10.5 inches there just to the northwest of Lafayette in the southwestern part of the state. Still snowing there, by the way.
Yeah, we thought that bullseye would be Louisiana, and that is certainly what we're seeing come to fruition. Look at the alerts, including the blizzard warning there for us, Lake Charles. Blizzard warnings coming out of Louisiana before you get a blizzard warning out of South Dakota this winter.
Amazing.
Then you get the alerts spreading all the way across the southeast coast as well.
Yeah, coastal sections of Georgia, South and North Carolina. I know maybe we haven't focused on it so much because of the ongoing snow right here, but it's coming our way in those locations as well. And soon enough this evening, it will arrive.
Yeah, we're starting to see it now coming into the Florida Panhandle. At this moment, we'll continue to see that push east throughout the rest of the afternoon. And the thing that really is truly remarkable and impressive is this is a snow event. I mean, there could be maybe a pocket here, but vast majority all snow.
So many of us, right, along this region, if we've ever seen snow, and that may not be the case for a lot of us ever in our lifetimes, it's often accompanied by some rain or some mix or some other weather system that's got a warm side to it. This is a cold event from start to finish, all snow, and it is one of the more unusual and rare parts about it.
So with that being the case, it's going to add up. 5 inches. I mean, there could be half a foot totals here for you along the 10 corridor. And again, all the way down to the beach. These are pretty impressive totals, aren't they?
And our friends inland get some snow as well in southern Alabama and southern Mississippi. And then, of course, along the I-95 corridor, not in the northeast, the I-95 corridor in the southeast, the great cities of Savannah, Charleston, everywhere in between, inland as well, Statesboro, Orangeburg, South Carolina, it's coming our way.
So, when's it coming? Well, let's take you through the afternoon here. 1 o'clock is where we start you off, and you see as we start to move to about 4 or 5, that's when it starts to take over. Now, there could be a period here later tonight where we do mix in maybe some ice. Savannah, we got to keep an eye on you. Maybe back up towards the Charleston area as well, but those areas crash back down and go over to snow as we head into the overnight period. So, vast majority of the event will be snow. Yeah, maybe a slight period of time where we get a bit of a mixture.
Everything on this from that morning headline in regards to
hard as well. Maybe
Trump
not
to
to the
announce
2 inch per hour pace that we're
billions of
seeing right
dollars in
now in
private
New
sector
Orleans,
investments.
but perhaps it happens to an inch per hour
Commentary out by
and we'll of course let you know
CBS
as the system progresses.
mentioning Oracle,
Last
SoftBank,
snow,
and
last
OpenAI.
inch was 2018 in Charleston. For you, the big 2-day snow total record at least 7.5 inches. We may come up shy of that, but very close. I mean, some of these areas getting up into the half-a-foot range. Ooh, wow, amazing stuff. Throughout the duration of this winter storm, of course, the TWC streaming app is your home for alerts and changes to the conditions. Let you track your plan. All you have to do is go to stream.
I was still eating lunch here, watching the market grind higher now. SPY's still grinding up again. I'm not chasing it here. This was an okay entry right here, but I'm not chasing anything right now. I'm going to wait for a pullback. If I get a pullback, I'll trade it. If I don't, I won't. Q's doing the same thing, and IWM also doing the same thing. Well, sort of. IWM is kind of running into resistance. This coin moving up again moving back up toward the $300 level. SMMT, which we traded some shares in today, pulled back a little bit. already out of that one. And Root, if you're interested in Root, I'm in Root still pulling down. Having a pretty bad day today on Root. But people have mentioned Amazon. Amazon's a nice setup. I still like Urban. I like Urban for a long. Nice setup on Urban. I like Urban. Hey, Georgie. Oh, thanks. You're welcome. You like the video update? Just kind of watching here today. Took one SPY super system trade this morning. The market was pretty horrible this morning. Just doing nothing. You can see just gapped up and just kind of chopped around. That's Urban. I'm no sorry. This is the SPY. Whoops. Is the SPY here? Urban's look much better than the SPY. SPY gapped up and hasn't really done an awful lot here this morning. I gapped up and moved sideways, but it is starting to pop up. We took a SPY super system trade here, took profits in it, and took profits in it right here. Pulled back right back to the 15. This was another good entry for a SPY super system right here, and it's still moving up. I'm eating lunch, so I didn't catch this one, but that would have been a nice SPY super system setup right there off the 15 EMA. Okay, so I like that one. I like Urban as well. Amazon also has a beautiful setup today for a long. Amazon, very nice. All right, going to continue to have some lunch. I'll be back in a bit.
CBS News said SoftBank CEO Son is expected at the White House Tuesday afternoon, along with Sam Altman of OpenAI and Larry Ellison of Oracle.
Oracle really ripping up. Whoops. Oracle moving up fast here. Discussions of Oracle. Got some CEOs coming to the White House tomorrow to talk about investment in AI. So of course Oracle is bouncing up. Larry Ellison's going to be there apparently. So you can see what kind of a pop that did in Oracle. Intel's also popping here. Nvidia is also popping here. So some of the tech stocks are coming back. Again, if we switch over to the Qs, we'll probably see that reflected in the Qs right here. Nice move. And again, I'm not touching any of these until I get a pullback.
ARM also seeing a little action in the name. Traders mentioned in regards to this SoftBank headline, that SoftBank owns a large stake in ARM as well. It's on ARM, similar volume.
ARM bouncing up as well off of this. Lots of social media stuff coming out about these meetings tomorrow about investments in AI, and of course stocks like ARM and Oracle, MSTR as well bouncing up just a little bit though. Are all being impacted by that. Hey Stephen, hello. Stephen's over here on YouTube. I'd like to know if it's possible to use any prop firm funding to trade the markets that you trade. Well, it depends on I don't know. I don't trade prop firms, but the prop firms, you have to check with the prop firms just to see what they allow you to trade. Most prop firms that I know trade futures more than other, but I'm not really familiar with a lot of them, so I don't know. I mean, if you have a prop firm that allows you to trade what we're trading here, SPYs, Qs, IWM, you could actually trade the ES, the NQ, the Russell, etc. off of the futures. So I suspect yes, you would be able to trade in a prop firm off of these things. I know that Dave Kushner, one of the other traders here in Brightline, has a room using Ninja, where he trades with prop firms and uses similar strategies to what I've got here. Not exactly the same, but this is a little bit more specific for the Thinkorswim, and I prefer trading these. But I think there are, so yeah.
Charles, at the moment, thanks to those gusty winds, very strong winds and some heavy snowfall right now.
Yeah, Alex, you see that the large tree that's on the other side of this intersection is, I would say, approximately 75 yards from me. So give you a little sense of scale of what we're looking at as far as visibility. So, it's, to use a Cantori term, it's puking snow right now. And it's coming down, and you can see we've got several inches already on the roads, and they're packing. And needless to say, they don't have plows and stuff like that down here. So most everybody that you're seeing are walking around, walking the dogs, it's just a winter wonderland in an area that you never see that.
Exactly, you don't see it, and hence the reason you don't have the plows going around out there. Is that the situation? They're not really going to be plowing anything? How are they planning on it, if you know, treating the roads or trying to get them cleared up, or is it just kind of a wait for things to warm up and melt?
Alex, I'm not sure on that. I can tell you the whole time I've driven around, I have not seen a single plow, which again you would sort of expect. One of the good things that New Orleans City has done is go ahead preemptively, I think at 4 o'clock this morning, shut down Interstate 10 and the on-ramps. Here, it's a swampland, and so a lot of the roadways are elevated in these areas. And so, as you know, those freeze factors.
On the Qs here right now, they've got 523.78. 523.78 is the resistance level they went through. That is the level it needs to stay above. 523.78 on the Qs. And SPY doesn't really have any concern right now as far as support and resistance levels are concerned. At least not in my opinion. Clear next resistance on the SPY is around 604. Around 604.
Coming from the SEC, says new crypto task force will be dedicated to developing a comprehensive and clear regulatory framework for crypto assets.
Stephen, how much would you need to? How much capital would you need to trade my methodology? It depends on what the methodology I use is on the SPY Super System is day trading. The other trades I take are swing trades. So swing trades, you're not under any concerns about pattern day trader rules. But to trade the SPY Super System specifically, you would need to have more than 25,000 in your account because that's what you need to trade day trade more than 3 trades a week, and sometimes in here we're trading 3 or 4 trades a day off the SPY Super System. But not that in the room we call out a lot of swing trades and spreads, etc., which you don't have that concern because they're not going to be day trades, so you can trade with a smaller amount of money. It just depends on what strategy you're using. But for anybody who's going to day trade a lot, you need to have either 25,000, which you need to have more than that, obviously, because if it drops below that, you can't trade them, and you can't day trade anymore. Or a cash account. You can do it with a cash account. Drawback on a cash account is that they don't clear the same day. If you buy an option today and sell an option today, the amount of money that you collect for selling the option is not going to show up in your account until at least the next day. So that's one of the drawbacks with that. SPY still looking good here. Moved up pretty nicely. Triple Q is also looking good. Again, as I said, the T2104, the cumulative volume index on the that I take out of TC2000 is beautiful right now. Still bullish, been bullish all day.
On that ARM,
I would, you know, I'm leaning toward taking the Qs if I get a pullback to the 15 and a bounce, because 523.78 is where it needs to stay, need to hold, and that's on the Qs. That's the SPY that is showing up there. That's not the Qs. This is the Qs. So it's trading 525.15. It needs 523.78. So I could take a pullback to the 15 and a bounce. That's what I'll look for on the Qs if I was going to go long. I'm not going to chase it up here. It's too far away from the 15, so I'm not going to chase it. I need to have pullbacks to trade any of these this afternoon. I'm again not going to chase them. Again, if you're on YouTube, this is the SPY Super System of the software. Right now, we used to call it the Compass System. This is the SPY Super System software that is installed on Thinkorswim. This tells me this is the current time frame momentum. This is what I trade my day trading on the SPY Super System on the indexes off of. This is multi-time frame momentum. This is critical for both of these to be lined up on a daily chart if I want to go long. These both have to be green or blue for long, red or yellow for short. And this is the long-term trend. Also helps to have that be the same color as these other ones. But for the SPY Super System, for the intraday trades, this is all I'm trading off of. This SPY Super is the current time frame momentum, bounce off the VWAP or bounce off the 15 or break below them for shorts. And if I take any of these, I'm going to be taking some foot with tomorrow's expiration. We're getting quite a bit of play here in the market now, with all these headlines coming out again. With the new administration, you're going to get some things are going to get beat up and things are going to take off. But right now, the tech stock is with this money that's going to be supposedly coming into the AI development. That's going to push the Qs up. Terry, RGTI into the gap. Yeah, somebody had mentioned RGTI. It's into the gap right now. 1273 is the gap, is the entrance to the gap, and it's got room to about 1831. That's a nice look on that one, RGTI. I've traded this thing in several times with some success and then with some losses, but I like RGTI right here for sure. And I like Urban right here. I like Amazon right here to the long side. Ollie, BE might be a good wedge pop. It's Bloom Energy. Yeah, it is coming out of a wedge, and it's popping up nicely. Again, I'm not trading any energy stocks, but well, that's not energy. It's actually electronic components, but it's in the tech sector. Anything in tech right now looks pretty good. The Qs are pushing higher. Dimitri, taking the prices on the coin spread, I see the buying back the short leg would have been a bad move. Listen, anytime you're buying back spreads like that, you really need to be really, really familiar with how they work, because anytime you buy back, you try to leg out of a spread, you've just increased your risk. Because when you've got a spread on, remember, you've got a short leg on, they cut the cost of your trade down by doing a debit spread, for example. They cut the cost of the trade down by selling an option on it. So if you buy back that option to think that you're going to get a bigger move to the upside, so I want to stay in that, I want to stay in the trade, so I don't have anything limiting my upside potential. If it doesn't work that way, you've just cost yourself more money. So yeah, that's exactly why I mentioned that. What is the resistance level on the IWM? IWM resistance. Well, right now it's the 50-day moving average on the IWM. It's gotten through the 228.63. It has resistance right now at 230.60. 230.60, about $1.30 higher on the IWM. Terry, when they trade a pullback, do you take the touch of the 15 AMA, or is it a move back near the 15 and a confirmation of a bounce? Yeah, it doesn't have to touch it, just has to be close to it with a confirmation of a bounce. Exactly. No, it doesn't really depend. It doesn't have to hit the 15 if it gets close enough. Same thing with the VWAP. It doesn't have to hit the VWAP, especially if I'm in a trend and it gets down, gets near it, and bounces with a confirmation of a green candle to the upside. Then I'll take it. Again, just eating lunch here. Going to continue to eat and just kind of watch the market. Getting a little bit of a pullback here. I'd like to see a pullback to the 15 on the Qs. I'd be interested in taking them as long as they stay above 523.78. I would stay in them and I would hold them overnight if we continue with the T2104 being strong bullish.
This is down into the waters of that body of water there, the Gulf of Mexico. We're finding some snow there. Now, north and eastbound here, a lot of that is not even actually reaching the ground. So the radar kind of overdoing what's actually reaching the ground off in the North Georgia, parts of Carolinas. But here southbound, we got the reports. Evergreen, Alabama, snow. Mobile, snow. Gulfport, snow. I've seen pictures on the beach of Gulfport with snow there on the sand. New Orleans, we've been talking about some of that heavier snow and the wind around there. That continues at this hour. But as you head going eastbound, yeah, we've got a lot of snow showing up on the radar. But if you don't think this is not happening, we're talking about clouds in Atlanta right now with temps in the lower 30s. All right, so here's what's going on and what we've seen in terms of the snow across Texas and off to the east. A lot of reports have been coming on through, and some big totals. I mean, we're not just talking 1, 2, 3 inches of snow, which that would have been plenty enough. No. Double digits. Rain in Louisiana, 10.5 inches. I hit 8 inches there, and in Houston, we ended up getting about 4 inches of snow there, at least in the city. So some of the bigger totals have shifted and worked their way across Louisiana. That's been essentially where the bullseye of snow has been, at least so far. And Imagine that snow around in these areas where we just don't have the infrastructure to kind of handle a lot of this. They just shut down the roads. It's just not worth it trying to figure out how to get this stuff out of there. Just shut them down and don't allow people to get on the roads to keep people as safe as possible. So that's essentially what's happening. I-10 from LaPlace from exit 209 to 265. Got 510 closed. 310 is closed as well from I-10 to Louisiana 48. And I-55 is closed there from LaPlace to Ponchatoula. So yeah, travel is not something we recommend. We recommend just staying put, staying home, not getting out in this mess. And we'll be watching that push a little bit farther towards the east. I'd say the Interstate 20 corridor, that's kind of the line here for you. And south is where you want to avoid travels for the rest of this afternoon and into tonight. And a heads up here, I know you see the green on the map, Jacksonville back over towards Tallahassee. And we may start off with some rain in those areas. But eventually late tonight and into tomorrow morning, there could be some freezing rain and ice issues to contend with. And when it comes to wintry weather, always bad. But ice, Dr. Postel, we all know that is the worst.
It's the worst. But so is really 10 to 12 inches of snow that we've seen in parts of Louisiana already. This is some scenes right now in Florida. It's going to start snowing in a lot of these locations if it hasn't already just to your west. I've been looking at a lot of observations. Pensacola, we are already seeing snow there, and you can see it's actually, on the top left, you can see some flakes coming down. Light snow, the winds are gusting over 20 miles per hour. The weather conditions in Pensacola are going to get a lot worse very soon. The visibility is going to come down a lot. Yeah, it is snowing there now. You can see the snowflakes flying on top left part of your screen. There you go. The visibility, it's hard to tell. I don't know how far away, but maybe a mile or so. And I think we're going to see a dramatic and quick reduction in that visibility. It's 26 degrees. The snow is going to stick to everything. The roads, the sidewalks, the bridges. Don't travel. Once the snow starts, do not travel. Stay put. And it's only going to get a lot more significant across the entire region of the Florida Panhandle there in the 30A Emerald Coast. Look at how much we've got. 10 and a half inches there just to the northwest of Lafayette, Louisiana. Lots of reports of 8 to 10 inches in the region. And it's still snowing a little. Not a whole lot left in it for Lafayette, but it is still snowing hard in New Orleans. I saw an observation about an hour ago where it was accumulating at a rate of 2 inches per hour. Not sure that's still the case, but it might be. We're seeing some areas outlined here in blue where the heavy snow is expected to continue with blizzard conditions developing at times. Now, many of us in the South don't really understand a blizzard, rightly so, because you never get it. But that's really largely determined by the visibility and the wind. It doesn't even have to snow to get a blizzard. It's the danger that is associated with the lack of visibility and those very strong winds. And we're seeing the combination of all of that across the region. And the snow is now starting to leak eastbound. As we mentioned, that shot in Pensacola I saw was pretty interesting there. Now, moderate snow being reported there in Pensacola. That tells me the visibility is about a mile. Let me just check real quick. I do believe in Pensacola visibility is about a mile, and it is 1 3/4 mile actually. And you can see it moving from west to east. The snow is picking up in intensity, and it is going to accumulate a lot. We're going to get at least 3 to 5 inches here, right along the coast. A little bit more, perhaps in some localized spots. New Orleans gets another 3 inches maybe out of this. We'll see. But that is going to end up being a very significant total for us. And the Big Easy, and of course, lots of snow coming for parts of southeastern Georgia, south and North Carolina as well. Jacksonville, Florida, not getting any snow on this one, but we'll get some ice as the storm moves on by tonight. That's a problem. That means it's going to rain and then freeze on contact, which is a real big issue for us. There's the rain in Jacksonville this evening, but the temperatures come crashing down and everything freezes up. So travel tomorrow morning in and around Jacksonville, very difficult, of course. But north of that, it is going to snow. Macon, that's about as far northwest as that 1 inch snow line goes. Something about like Montgomery to Macon to Augusta. South of there is really where the legit snow accumulations are. And then you can see the storm is with us through tomorrow morning before it moves offshore later on in the day tomorrow. But not before, of course, dropping a whole lot of snow, even 5 to 8 inches in Charleston, Myrtle Beach, Wilmington, all the way to the coast, like it is going to be doing in the western part of the Florida Panhandle. The ice is an issue, as I mentioned. It is going to be enough to build up to create power outages. Remember, it only takes a tenth or a couple of tenths of an inch to weigh down a power line, snap it, or bring down a branch that will knock down a power line, make the roads impossible to travel out of the region. Tomorrow morning, very difficult travel in northeast Florida. But here's good news, and I'll leave you with two maps. One, Friday's temperatures were up near 50, all on the I-10 corridor. A lot of melting even between now and then. So enjoy the snow today, because in a couple of days, it probably won't be around. And especially as we head toward the weekend, we're going to see lots of temperatures here in southern Louisiana into the 60s, and also in parts of northern Florida as well. So where we're going to get the most snow out of it by the weekend is going to be warming up very quickly. And Alex, that's good news for a lot of us, especially those of us that need travel in the region.
Absolutely, no doubt. That is going to be a welcome sight to be dealing with there. Now, Lake Charles, Louisiana, we are no stranger to getting ahead of a storm, but instead of a hurricane, here.
Also seeing a little action in Microsoft MS-17 traders are circulating older information articles titled Microsoft and OpenAI plot a $100 billion Stargate AI supercomputer. Stargate is what was the headline on the CBS headlines as well.
Isaac, did I say I like RGTI long or short? Oh, definitely long. Definitely long. I'm waiting on this thing. I've fought with this thing in the past. I've had some really good trades in it and some really bad trades in it. But right now, you can see here, if I put my gap on here, right, there's the gap fill that it's in. That's where it needs to hold. It needs to hold the top of this candle. 1292. Needs to hold 1292. I got it at 1273, but 1292 is the high. But this is the area where you want to see it hold. And if it does, this is where you've got room to, right up here. It needs to stay above this this breakout into this gap. Q's still moving up here. I like the Q's. They didn't get really close to the 15. And again, if you take them to use tomorrow's, this will be one that if this market sets up, because the T2104 has been so bullish, I would be likely to take the Q's overnight tonight. Ollie, semi's nice. Yeah, everything's moving up here with this discussion about the money coming into the AI technology, et cetera, development. Bunch of news coming out of the White House about meeting with a bunch of the tech guys tomorrow about investments. This is pretty bullish here right now. Pretty bullish. And again, you know, as the new administration takes over, we're likely going to get a lot of volatility in the market like we had the last time. Anything to do with tariffs are going to send the market down. Anything about to do with new investments in AI and technology is going to send the market up. So just be prepared for it. We need a pullback. Yeah, we do. Yeah, I'm waiting right now. I took a couple of Q calls for tomorrow, but that's not my main position. I just want to set a starter position in it. But you know, I probably will wait. If the thing bounces, I'll probably take take profits in anything I've got and wait for a pullback, because this is not a SPY super system setup. This would be more of an overnight type trade. It's a little early for it right now.
On HYLN, see a little volume. Electricity and how helium are partnered together in advanced methane emissions reductions.
There's a lot of really a lot of movement in the market here today. Things are getting a pretty volatile. There's Amazon, a nice move up, kind of moving sideways. The cryptos have been unbelievably volatile here this morning. Coin has been gone from 302 down to 1 to 296, and now it's back up to 297 again. That's the spread we have on. Pretty wild. And again, I'm prepared for this kind of price action. But right now, with the T2104 being so bullish, it's hard for me to take too many shorts. We always have to keep our eye on the daily chart, on the indexes. This is the SPY right here. Okay, so there's a daily chart on the SPY. You can see this garbage action we've had here. But this is a pretty big pop here today. And again, if we get above the top of this Fed candle here, this is where the Fed came out, then we've got a little bit of we would have a breakout, and we'll be in shooting distance of the all-time high again, which would kind of negate a lot of this price action here. But it's got to complete. We're above the 50-day right now. We've been above and below the 50. We're above it now with a breakout right now in the SPY at 604.09, which is the top of the body of that candle right there. Qs is a little bit easier to define here. You can see it's broken above this last big volume line right here. It's above that. We're breaking right here. We're breaking an algo line to the upside. So this is for me, this is fairly bullish right now. Whether it'll continue or not, I don't know, but we're kind of trying to get above this choppy action. We've done it before. Notice we came down and went up. We're producing lower highs. High here, or high here, high. These were lower highs. Or today we're actually producing a higher high. So if we close up here, so that's what I'm looking at. It's always important to just be aware of what the market's doing, as well as your individual stocks, of course. Again, I did take a small starter position in Qs, not a SPY super system, an overnight position, but we'll see where they go. I wouldn't recommend chasing it. I mean, I took some here, but it's very, very bullish, and I suspect we're going to get a pullback, but we'll see. Hello. Oh, nothing. I'm just having a sandwich. No, it doesn't surprise me at all. Your fault or the? Yeah, great. Yeah. Oh, great. I didn't know you needed to put a new tablet in. Oh, I thought you were going out to do the suction cups. Yeah, I know it's a fiasco. Yeah, that's why you stopped. That's why you stopped being an FOT, and now you're right stuck back in it again. Yep. Those things. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. No. Good grief. Oh, great. Mm-hmm. What a fiasco. That's good. How many more stores are you going to try to do? Yeah. Snow's getting closer and closer. Gonna around 5 o'clock. Now they're thinking 5 to 8 inches of snow. They get a foot in New Orleans. It's unbelievable. There's drifts. It's a big mess down there. It looks like North Dakota. So it's snowing in Florida now. So it's getting close, but not till around 5. It's still got a couple hours, and more than that, probably 3 hours. Yeah, yep. No, you don't even want it. As soon as you don't want it, it's going to start sticking as soon as it starts to snow. Hold on just a second here. Hold on. I took profits in my Qs. I took profits in my Qs. I'm going to put it back on again if it comes back to the 15 and bounces. Just a sec. Okay. I got a madhouse here today. I don't think so. We bought plenty of food here recently. Yeah. All right. All right, dear. Just be real careful and get home in plenty of time. Okay. Yeah. The weather is they keep changing the amount of snow to Charleston to get higher and higher. Went from 1 to 3 to 3 to 5. Now it's 5 to 8. Apparently, it's a pretty big storm. Well, hopefully they don't lose power. Nah, not really. We shouldn't. As long as we don't get any freezing rain, we'll be all right. All right, my dear. So focus on your driving. Let me get back to these. I get like 30 people in YouTube. I get about 90 people in the room right now. So yeah, it's a funny story. All right, just be careful, dear. Okay. Love you, dear. Bye. Again, I grabbed. Whoops. I took profits in my Qs I was going to hold overnight in case we kept moving up, but we didn't. So I took profits in it, and I'm going to look to it for a bounce off the 15. In which case, I'm going to re-enter. I might, when I go into the Qs again, if I do go into the Qs again, I might actually do it with a debit spread. I'll look at the prices, etc. I might do it with a debit spread and cut down my cost. But I got to look at where the resistance levels are on it. Resistance levels are up pretty high, actually. Yeah. Around 535. I'll see. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. I did take profits in my Qs here. That was a pretty quick trade. It wasn't really a SPY super system trade. It was a setup for overnight, which I took profits on, and I'm going to look to re-enter on another setup. SPY doing the same thing. Sorry, I'm munching. I'm still eating lunch. All right, everybody on YouTube, thanks so much for YouTube folks. Thanks for being here today. I'm going to shut down the YouTube feed. We've been on for about an hour and 20 minutes, so look forward. We'll be back here tomorrow. Try to get it started around 11:15. It was late today getting started, but I appreciate all the folks coming in. Again, it gives you an opportunity to watch our SPY Super Systems methodology and work on the 5-minute chart. Also, all of our swing trades that we take, and we got a call Deborah spread on coin right now that we put on Friday. So we do swing trades, we do spreads. We have a lot of trades that go out, overnight, out to about 3 weeks, and then we have the SPY Super System for the 5-minute chart using the current time frame momentum right here, which just tells if institutions are buying or selling. See this? They're all buying right now. This tells us they're buying. We want to be long. I'm looking for a bounce off this 15 EMA to get back into the Qs again. All right, so that's the what I'm looking at. All right, everybody. Well, thank you very much, YouTube folks. I'm going to shut that down. And again, thanks so much for